And I spent a lot of time in Memphis, but I spent a lot of time in Middle Tennessee, in Moore County, Lynchburg.
Okay.
That's the home of Jack Daniels, a dry county. But I spent a lot of time in Lynchburg on Mulberry Creek, and I love moving water. Mm-hmm. And I still do today. I love to fish moving water.
Yeah.
And I grew up fishing that type of fishing. Of course, I fished ponds and things whenever I could. But living in Memphis, I was kind of limited until I got a little bit older.
Yeah.
Where I could get a car, or I rode the city bus with worms in my pocket.
Real worms?
Yeah, real worms.
Yeah. This is before plastic
Yeah,
worms,
I'd wrap
probably.
them up in a bag or something, a can, and I'd ride the city bus to local city parks that had a lake. But I always loved to go to Lynchburg. And then the creek, my grandmother could walk out on her front porch and holler, "Billy!" She called me Billy when I was little. And or she'd take a pan and beat it with a spoon, and I could hear it because it was in hearing distance of the front porch. And I'd run back to the house. That's how close the creek was. And so I'd fish up and down the creek. But
what kind of fish would you catch in that little creek?
Well, we had, when the creek got muddy, I'd fish for catfish. It was some kind of a theory, when the creek got muddy, that's the time to catch catfish. But it had, we called them black perch, but they ran big back then. It was a rock bass, red-eyed, and we had smallmouth, and we had largemouth, and we had hognose sucker. We had beautiful sunfish, just big, beautiful sunfish. Yeah. So we had a mix of fish in the creek. But the smallmouth and the largemouth and the
that red eye,
black perch.
What we called a red eye when I grew up, that was one of my favorite fish to fish for. And I fished with my dad. We fished a lot in the ponds and lakes, but we also fished in the moving water, and that's what I preferred.
Oh, I love moving water.
I think that really kind of helped me to get to my trout fishing background, was because I had a background of fishing in these muddy creeks for those rock bass and stuff like that. But later, then I'm fishing in the clear water, and that's, man, it was close to my heart.